Today we discuss about vitamin C. What is vitamin C? Do you have any idea about vitamin C, its function, its food sources? I'm going to tell you what is vitamin C, its functions, and its roles in the body, its food sources. Vitamin C, also known as L-ascorbic acid, which is a water-soluble vitamin that is naturally present in some kind of foods, added to others, and available as a dietary supplement. Humans, unlike most animals, are unable to synthesize vitamin C. So it is an essential dietary component. The anti-scurvy, sometimes we hear about a word which is anti-scurvy, and other foods was dubbed with anti-scorbutic factor. The factor was isolated and found to be a 6-carbon compound similar to glucose. Then it was named as ascorbic acid, which was formerly known as anti-scorbutic factor. This anti-scorbutic factor was firstly isolated and which was similar with the 6-carbon compound of glucose. Anti-scorbutic factor was also 6th-carbon compound which was similar with the 6th-carbon compound of glucose. It was named as ascorbic acid. It was synthesized, and today millions of vitamins C pills are produced in pharmaceutical laboratories each year. Vitamin C acts as an antioxidant. It is a powerful antioxidant. Vitamin C loses its electron very easily, which allows it to perform as an antioxidant. In human body, antioxidants defend against free radicals. Free radicals increase the damage. A simple definition of free radicals are these are highly reactive and are found in free situation. They will be very reactive. A free radical, I will tell you about the free radical in another words. Free radical is a molecule with one or more unpaired electrons, which makes it unstable and highly reactive. Unpaired electrons of free radicals make it highly unstable and highly reactive. By donating an electron or two Antioxidants neutralize free radicals and protect other substances from their damage. Understand how the vitamin C act as an antioxidant. Vitamin C donating its electron, neutralizing the free radicals. Electron bonds with the free radicals and protect the other substances from their damage. Vitamin C can give up their electrons and stop the free radicals damage, and then receive them again to become reactivated. This recycle of vitamin C is the key to limiting losses and maintaining a reservoir of antioxidants in the body. Vitamin C is you can see the vitamin C is like a bodyguard for water soluble vitamins. It stands always ready to sacrifice its own life to save others. It protects the other water soluble vitamins in the cell and body fluids. Vitamin C protects the tissues from the oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is a imbalance. It is an imbalance between the production of the free radicals and body abilities to handle them and prevent the damage, which means that vitamin C plays very important role in preventing the diseases and protect the body from the oxidative stress. In the intestine, vitamin C enhances the absorption of the iron by protecting the iron from the oxidation. Antioxidant, as you all know, this is a substance which is present in the food that decreases the adverse effect of the free radicals and perform the functions in the human body and normalize the human body to perform their regular functions. Vitamin C is a powerful antioxidant, reduces the tissues from the oxidative stress and help the body to prevent the certain type of diseases. Another most important function of vitamin C is it acts as a cofactor in collagen formation. Vitamin C helps to form the fibrous structure of proteins of connective tissues known as collagen. Collagen serves as the matrix on which bones and teeth are formed. Collagen is basically a matrix on which teeth and bones are formed. When a person is wounded, collagen glues the separated tissues together and forming the scars. Cells are held together by collagen. This is important. This function is very important in the artery walls, which expand and contract with each beat of the heart, and in the thin capillaries of walls of the capillaries, which withstand a pulse of blood every second, and so without giving way. How the body makes the proteins by stringing together chains of the amino acid. This is a separate mechanism, but I am telling you about the collagen formation. During the synthesis of collagen formation, every time a proline, that is an amino acid, and a lysine, which is another amino acid, proline and lysine added to the growing protein chains. Proteins making machinery is ribosomes. When the transfer RNA takes the required amino acid into the ribosomes, they attach on the messenger RNA, which is the duplicate of the DNA. DNA releases the messenger RNA from the nucleus, and those messenger RNA embedded into the ribosome, which have these messenger RNA have the genetic coding, and according to this information, transfer RNA release the amino acid onto the messenger RNA, and proteins are made. During the synthesis of collagen, proline and lysine added to the growing chain of proteins, and enzyme, which is the hydroxylates, making the amino acid hydroxy protein or hydroxylysine. Proline and lysine is added in the presence of enzyme hydroxylates, which makes the amino acid hydroxyproline and hydroxylysine. These two special amino acids facilitate the binding together of the collagen fibers to make the rope-like structure, which is very strong. The conversion of the proline to the hydroxyproline in the presence of enzyme hydroxylates requires vitamin C as well as the iron. Iron works as a cofactor in this reaction, and vitamin C protects the iron from the oxidation. Vitamin C reduces the oxidation of the iron, and iron works as a cofactor in this reaction. And without the vitamin C and iron, body cannot make to the collagen strands. And without the vitamin C and the iron, both amino acid, which is the proline and the lysine, cannot be able to convert into the hydroxyproline and hydroxylysine. Without vitamin C and the iron, hydroxylation does not occur. That's why vitamin C is very necessary in the production of the collagen. Vitamin C also plays very important role in different other functions, such as it serves as a cofactor in the synthesis of different other compounds. In the collagen formation, which we discussed earlier, vitamin C helps in the hydroxylation of carnitine. Carnitine is a compound that transports the long chain fatty acid into the mitochondria of a cell for energy metabolism. Carnitine is a compound that transports the long chain fatty acid into the mitochondria of the cell for the energy metabolism. Carnitine is derived from amino acid is found is uh, is found nearly all cells of the body. Carnitine plays a very important role in the energy metabolism. It transports the long chain fatty acid into the mitochondria so they can be oxidized to produce the energy. It also transports the toxic compounds generated out of the cellular organelles to prevent their accumulation. Carnitine is also concentrated in tissues such as skeletal muscles and cardiac muscles that utilize the fatty acids as a dietary fuel. The body makes sufficient amount of the carnitine to meet the needs. And vitamin C plays very important role in the hydroxylation of carnitine. Vitamin C also participate in the conversion of the amino acid tryptophan to the neurotransmitters serotonin and norepinephrine. Serotonin and norepinephrine are the neurotransmitters, and vitamin C is very helpful in the conversion of the amino acid tryptophan to the synthesis of the neurotransmitter serotonin and norepinephrine. Chemical nerve cell produce. Serotonin impacts every part of your body, from your emotions to your motor skill. It is considered as a natural mood stabilizer. It is the chemical that helps with sleeping, eating, and digesting. It also helps in the reduction of the depression, anxiety, wounds healing, stimulate the nausea, and maintain the bone health. And vitamin C is very important for the conversion of the tryptophan into the neurotransmitter serotonin. And norepinephrine is also a neurotransmitter, and it also a hormone. It plays a very important role in body's fight or fight response. Norepinephrine is used to increase and maintain the blood pressure, and very serious health situation. And vitamin C is very important for the synthesis of this neurotransmitter, which is norepinephrine. Vitamin C also assist in the making of the hormones such as thyroxine, which regulates the metabolic rate and metabolism, speed ups under certain extreme physical stress. In stress situation, vitamin C also plays very important role by the production of the neurotransmitter non-epinephrine, and the adrenal gland contains more vitamin C than any other organ in the human body. And during the stress, these glands, these adrenal glands release the vitamin together with the hormones into the blood. During certain conditions, requirement of the body's vitamin C are increases, such as during the burns, low temperature and high temperature, intakes of toxic heavy materials such as lead, mercury, and cadmium. The chronic use of certain medications such as aspirin and oral contraceptives. When immune system cells are called into action, they uses a lot of oxygen and produce the free radicals. In this situation, free radicals are helpful. They act as a immunization in an oxidative burst that demolishes the offending viruses and bacteria and destroys the damaged cells. Vitamin C steps is in as an antioxidant to control this oxidative activity. During all these conditions, during the low temperature, during the stress condition, and during the certain chronic use of the medications, vitamin C very important, very imperative for reducing the oxidative stress of the body. Vitamin C is also very helpful for the treatment of the common cold, and also very helpful in preventing the and treating the cancers, certain type of heart diseases, and cataracts, and other many other diseases, and preventing from the different types of the cancers. Vitamin C is one of the water soluble vitamins. Because your body does not store this vitamin, you need to keep them in your diet all the time to maintain the healthy levels. Eat vitamin C rich fruits and vegetables either raw or in cooked forms with the minimal uses of the water, so you do not lose some of the water soluble vitamins in the cooking water. Vitamin C is easily absorbed both in food and in pill forms, and it can enhance the absorption of the iron when the two are eaten together. That vitamin C is one of the water soluble vitamin. Your body does not store water soluble vitamin, so you need to keep them in your diet all the time to maintain its healthy level, to prevent the deficiency of water soluble vitamins. Eat vitamin C rich fruits and vegetables. You can eat and you can take in the raw form and with the use of minimal water, so you don't lose water soluble vitamins in the cooking water. Vitamin C is easily absorbed, either you are going to take in the food and in the pill form, and it can enhance the absorption of iron when the two are eaten together. When the vitamin C and iron are eaten together, vitamin C can enhance the absorption of the iron. Deficiency of vitamin C is very small, very rare, and seen in the malnourished adults. In very extreme cases, it can lead to the scurvy, and scurvy is characterized by anemia, weakness, bleeding, and loss of teeth. There are several health benefits of vitamin C. No one vitamin can override serious health problems. They often work together, and other lifestyle habits such as getting enough sleep and doing exercises and having no smoking, and health benefits of vitamin C includes the it alleviate the stress level of the individual. Deficiency of vitamin C is linked with many stress related disorders. It is the first nutrient to be depleted in the alcoholics and smokers and obese individuals. Vitamin C is one of the nutrients sensitive to the stress. Maintaining the level of vitamin C, required level of the vitamin C, can be an ideal marker for overall health. Normal level of adequate level of vitamin C alleviate the stress related diseases. When we talk about goals, first of all, first of things which is come in our mind is vitamin C intake. Vitamin C prevents the serious complications of common cold. Taking vitamin C for cold and flu can reduce the risk of developing further complications such as pneumonia and lung infections. People who consume more fruits and vegetables not only have the high levels of the vitamin C but higher intake of other nutrients which will be very beneficial to the individual's health, such as fiber and other vitamins and vast variety of the minerals. Vitamin C affects the cells on the inside and outside of the body, and its Antioxidantal properties can be very beneficial when it comes to aging. Higher vitamin C intakes is associated with a lower appearance of the wrinkle and dryness of skin and better skin aging appearances. Vitamin C also plays very important role in improving the macular degeneration, reducing the inflammation, and one of the most important benefit of taking vitamin C is it lowering the risk of cancer and cardiovascular diseases. Recommendations for vitamin C are provided in the dietary reference intakes developed by the Food and Nutrition Board at the Institute of Medicine of the National Academy. The RDAs for vitamin C are based on its known physiological and antioxidantal functions in white blood cells and are much higher than the amount required for the protection from deficiency. For infants from birth to 12 months, the RDA for vitamin C, that is equivalent to the mean intake of the vitamin C in healthy breastfed infants. The RDA for vitamin C by the age of 0 to 6 months, its the recommendation for male and female is 40 mg, and by the age of 7 to 12 months, its recommendation is 50 mg for both male and female, and within the age of 1 to 3 years, its recommendation for both male and female are 15 mg per day, and within the years of 4 to 8 years, its recommendation for both male and female is 25 mg per day, and within the age of 9 to 13 years, its recommendation is 45 mg per day for both male and female, and within the age of 14 to 18 years, its recommendation is 75 mg for male and 65 mg per day for female, and by the age of 19 years, its recommendation for male is 90 mg and for female is 75 mg, and if the woman is pregnant, its RDA for pregnant women is 85 mg, and for the lactating mother, its recommendation is 120 mg, and the individuals who smoke require 35 mg per day more vitamin C than the non-smokers. How we get more vitamin C in our diets? This antioxidant is found in a variety of food such as fruits and vegetables. Richest in vitamin C are citrus fruits, green peppers, tomatoes, strawberries, broccoli, potatoes, and sweet potatoes. Other good sources include the dark leafy green vegetables, mango, papaya, watermelon, cauliflower, cabbage, red pepper, blueberries, and pineapple. Now I am going to tell you about how we get more vitamin C in our diets. Add first of all add pureed or grated fruits and vegetables for muffins and soups and meat loaves. Keep cut up fruits and veggies on hand so they are always ready for a quick snacking. Frozen fruit slices make a cool summer treat. Include the lettuce, tomatoes, and broccoli on all your sandwiches and wraps, such as shawarma breads and rolls. Eat raw vegetables and use the low-fat dips and makes the fruit salsa in which include the mangoes, onion, tomato and lemon with a pinch of salt and sugar. Throw always a handful of dried fruits on top of your breakfast cereal and always keep a handful of dried fruit in your hand with the nuts for easy snacking. Always enjoy a glass of vegetable juice as a filling and low calorie mid afternoon snacking. Fruits and vegetables are best sources of vitamin C. Citrus fruits, tomatoes and tomato juices are major contributors of vitamin C. Vitamin C is not usually present in grains. Naturally, it is not present in grains. It is always added to some fortified breakfast cereal. Cereals are fortified with vitamin C. Vitamin C content of food may be reduced by prolonged storage and by cooking because ascorbic acid is water soluble and is destroyed by the heat. Steaming and microwaving may lessen the cooking losses, reduces the cooking losses. Many of the best food sources of the vitamin C, such as fruits, are usually consumed raw, but vegetables are not usually consumed raw in our culture. We always use vegetable in cooked form. Consuming the vitamin C, consuming the fruits and the vegetables provide more than 200 mg of the vitamin C per day. Vitamin C content of the fruits. There are some fruit here we are discussing in which vitamin C contents are relatively higher as compared to the other fruits and vegetables. For example, red pepper. A half cup of red pepper contain the provide 95 milligrams of the vitamin C per serving. 3/4 cup of the orange juice provide the 93 mg vitamin C per serving, and one medium orange provide the 70 milligram. You can see here orange juice, which is 3/4 cup provide the 93 mg of the vitamin C, and one medium orange provide the 70 mg of vitamin C per serving. Grapefruit. 3/4 cup of the grapefruit juices provide the 70 mg per serving of vitamin C. Kiwi fruit. One medium kiwi fruit provides 64 uh, milligram per serving of vitamin C. Green pepper provides 60 milligram. Half cup of green pepper provides 60 milligram, and half cup of broccoli provides 51 milligram. Half cup of strawberries provide 49 milligram per day per serving, and half medium grapefruit provide 39 milligram per serving vitamin C. Tomato juice. 3/4 cup tomato juice provide 33 mg. Half cup cabbage provide 28 mg, and half cup cauliflower provide 26 mg. One medium potato provides 17 mg, and one medium raw potato provides 17 mg too. Half cup of spinach and half cup of green peas provide the equal amount of vitamin C, which is 9 mg per serving. This figure shows the amount of vitamin C in various common foods. You can see here purple colored bars and green colored bars, which represent the fruits and vegetables. Green and purple colored bars are in abundance. They do not only reveal that citrus fruits are famous for being rich in vitamin C, but that other fruits and vegetables are in the same league. Green colored bar represent the vegetables and shows that and this bar shows that vegetables contain the large amount of vitamin C per serving, such as spinach, broccoli, carrot, green peas, green beans, sweet potato, tomato juice, and red bell pepper, and Brussels sprouts. The most amount of the vitamin C is present in the red bell pepper. Red bell pepper are abundant in vitamin C. After red bell pepper, Brussels sprouts and broccoli are rich in vitamin C. But other vegetables are also contain the good amount of the vitamin C as compared with the red bell pepper and the Brussels sprouts. As you can also see here, purple colored bars, which represent the fruits, and purple colored bar shows that fruits are also very high in vitamin C, such as apple, banana, orange, strawberries, raisins, watermelon, and grapefruit. Grapefruit and orange contain the highest amount of the vitamin C as compared with the other fruits. White colored bar represents the milk and the milk product. And you can see here and you can observe that milk and milk products are notoriously low in vitamin C. They contain no vitamins. Milk and yogurt contain the small amount of vitamin C, but other dairy products such as cheddar cheese, cottage cheese, ice creams, they does not contain any amount of vitamin C. You can also see here red colored bars which represent the meat. And meat contain also no amount of vitamin C. But shrimp and pork contain the small amount of vitamin C. Other meat groups such as beef, chicken and fishes and egg contain no amount of vitamin C. Brown colored bar represents the breads and cereals. They also contain no amount of vitamin C. You can not see here any yellow colored bar which represent the breads and the cereals, which means that bread and cereals contain no amount of vitamin C. Brown, you can also see here brown colored bar which represents the legumes, nuts and the cereals. Legumes, nuts and cereals contain the very low amount of vitamin C such as beans, pinto beans, kidney beans, peanut butter, sunflower seeds, contain small amount of tofu, contain small amount of the very small amount of vitamin C. At last you are able to observe that fruits and vegetables contain relatively very high amount of vitamin C as compared to the breads, cereals, milk products, meat products, legumes, nuts and seeds. Vitamin C have an antioxidant property. Food manufacturers sometimes add the variations of different levels of the vitamin C added to the beverages and meats to prevent the oxidation and the spoilage. This safely preserves the foods, but it does not have the vitamin C activity in the body. Of vitamin C, absence of the vitamin C is common nowadays and may cause the reduced production of collagen, which ultimately leading to the breakdown of body tissues, nosebleed, rough, dry and scaly skin, reduce the wound healing and reduced potential of the body to prevent the infection. Severe deficiency of this vitamin leads to scurvy. This is a condition in which tissues are marked by brown spots on the skin. It can further cause edema, hemorrhage in the skin and various internal organs, fatigue, lethargy, muscular atrophy, rheumatic pain, and skin lesions. In several cases, individuals with the absence of vitamin C suffer from swollen and bleeding gums, tooth loss, and depression. Vitamin C is a quintessential ingredient for a healthy, balanced diet. Being water soluble, it gets discharged from the body through urine, and there are moderate chances of any adverse effect of this vitamin. As you all know, the RDA for vitamin C is 40 mg per day, and for the women, the RDA is 90 mg per day, and for the women, it's 75 mg per day, and for the smokers, plus 35 mg per day is recommended. Taking this incredible nutrient in higher doses and more than the suggested level can cause the vomiting, nausea, diarrhea, abdominal cramps, heartburn, and headache. Acute toxicity due to the overdosage of vitamin C may can cause the severe diarrhea, gastrointestinal disorders, and kidney stone. It is strongly advocated to consume the vitamin C through the food sources or either whatever the form is, food sources or supplement. Always prescribed by your doctor, and always take that amount given by your doctor or your healthcare provider. I hope you all understand water soluble vitamins, their roles, their functions in the body, their benefits, their food sources. Water soluble vitamins are dissolved in water. This property influences the route of the absorption, their excretion, and their degree of tissue storage, and distinguish them from the fat soluble vitamins, which are handled and stored differently by the body. The active forms and the accepted nomenclature of individual vitamins in each vitamin group, in which the water soluble vitamins are vitamin C and the B vitamins. B vitamins are thiamine, riboflavin, B6, niacin, B12, folic acid, pantothenic acid, and biotin. These relatively simple molecules contain the element carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Some also contain the nitrogen, sulfur, or cobalt. Water-soluble vitamins, so-called free state, must be activated to their coenzyme forms. Addition of the phosphate groups occur in the activation of thiamine, riboflavin, and vitamin B6. A shift in the structure activates the biotin and formation of a complex between the free vitamin and parts of other molecules is involved in the activation of niacin, pantothenic acid, folic acid, and vitamin B12. After an active coenzyme is formed, it must combine with the proper protein component, and this protein component called the apoenzyme. Before the enzyme catalyzed reaction can happen, and these all B vitamins perform the different functions in the body and perform coenzyme function in the enzyme system. They transfer the certain groups between the molecules. As a result, specific proteins, fats, and carbohydrates are formed and may be utilized to produce the body tissues or to store the energy or release the energy. There are several different functions of B vitamins in the body. The pantothenic acid coenzyme function in the TCA cycle, I was told you before, which interconnects the carbohydrate, fats, and protein metabolism. This coenzyme acts at the hub of these reactions and is an important molecule in controlling the interconversion of the fats, proteins, and the carbohydrates. I think you are all now able to understand all the vitamins, water soluble vitamins, their functions in the body, their benefits in the body, and their main food sources and their metabolism